Alright, time for a short bonus episode. Okay, actually, the episode itself isn't that short, but we're not covering a very long span of chapters, because this is everything from returning to Altia to fighting Katarina, and oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this one for obvious reasons. Actually, a couple other reasons as well, now that I think about it. Thankfully, there's going to be plenty of Whitewing conversations, which is always nice, but, the rest is eh. Oh, we should also be getting the first Tiki conversation as well, because I keep her around. Though, by this point, of course, haven't used her since I only got her at the end of the previous chapter, but next time around, you'll see Tiki, having used some of those dragon stones and gotten some experience. Alright, so, I believe this is the last one of these, right? Okay, yeah, since Yumina's actually going to be doing a thing. This conversation's actually alright, I just keep forgetting about it. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen the end of Yumina's conversation before, but, this one's actually just a nice little bit of story. Because the reason Yumina's been glaring at us isn't because she secretly wants us dead or anything, but because she's thankful. Because we did attempt to save her, and she's just a child, so she doesn't know how to thank us. It's kinda cute. Again, though, apparently just not one of the most memorable conversations to me, and I don't know why. Oh well, isn't that nice? Alright, who are we talking to next? Oh fuck, it's this one. Alright, this one sucks. This one's super uncomfortable. This one sucks. Fuck this conversation. And oh, guess what? It was just a prank, bro. So yeah, Fina overstepped a little bit in the last conversation, but like, she stopped immediately when the Avatar was uncomfortable. This one doesn't make much sense, because like, the Avatar never has a sense of humor, so I don't know why she'd do that. And of course, just in general, again, it's super creepy, and god damn it, now I have to talk about a crappy conversation during this good conversation, but believe it or not, male version of Chris, actually the better conversation, because, like, it still does the whole, it's just a prank bro thing, but, like, instead of being super forceful about undressing Fina, which is super creepy, Chris is just like, oh, geez, I mean, I was nervous about saying this, but, I have feelings for you, and for some reason Fina's response is like, oh, it's my first time doing something like this, but, like, A, she's more into it, and B, initially it sounded more like a marriage proposal to me, but whatever, apparently Fina's like, okay, well, we're doing this right here. But then, yeah, Chris is just like, oh, just kidding. I mean, like, I guess the Avatar being shitty at, teasing, I guess they call it kind of makes sense, but still, it's bad. Again, though, female Chris gets the far worse version of that. Anyway, sorry about talking over the good conversation of Katria and Paula, but hey, it's nice that they had a nice moment. So anyway, here I'm showing off the triangle attack. I believe I mentioned this in the episode, but while I'm not that big into having all three of the Whitewing sisters normally, A, it's easier in this file, and B, it's a really easy way to train up Est, because as you can see there, even with a decent lance, she wouldn't have been able to do much damage at the level she was at. But instead, I just gave her a free crit, and there you go, she could kill an enemy. And of course, I don't show off the rest of the chapter, but like, she was critting things left and right. She got a ton of experience from that chapter. Oh, and I didn't show off the conversation in which Marth speaks to Abel, because when I did that chapter on this file, Marth was really far away from Abel at the time, and I'll be honest, I was lazy and didn't feel like doing it, so sorry. That's why you're not seeing it. I got lazy. It doesn't matter that much. Abel's just kind of sad because he thinks he's gonna have to kill Est. Or he's gotten Est killed, and goddammit. Okay, that's a good conversation in general, but I love the emoting on those munches. Just munch with a question mark and an exclamation mark. Both of those are so good. It's so simple, but I love it. They're very expressive chewing sounds. Anyway though, here's Est, we're talking to her. Technically speaking, Est, we've already seen it, because you triangle attacked aplenty during the last chapter. Alright, we've got another one. Ah, good, Katria and Minerva. We don't see much of these two. And obviously, I love Minerva and Paula together, they're great, but you know, it's always good to see Minerva and Katria. They've got a good boss-coworker relationship. And it's also really sweet, and god, I love how close-knit all of them are. The Whitewings are so good. Alright, what do we have next? We've got another one. Ah! Victoria and Minerva, alright. Nope, not till the end of the game. We can't resolve that plot point that easily. She's not just coming home in a base conversation. Good, because there shouldn't be. Because McCallus is horrible. no, 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 no. Why? No. McCallus tried to kill her in the last one. No. Fine, whatever. He doesn't want his sister to be dead. Because, whatever. He's still horrible. That doesn't resolve him of anything. God damn it. Why is the Avatar just... why does she encourage horrible family? Ugh, it's the worst. Anyway, Minerva and Paula, I'm gonna shut up now. Ah, and Eston Katria. So, this conversation might actually seem relatively familiar if you've played Fire Emblem Echoes, because this is actually the dynamic that Katria and Est had in that game, in which Est is just constantly finding weird shit that she wants to put in her shop, and she's always having Katria test it, and Katria's always like, "This is bullshit, Est." Est, no, stop, please. Est, no, all this stuff sucks. Est, this is garbage. It's overpriced and it's garbage. Oh, no, oh god, nope, here we are. Ugh. Alright, this is the end of the episode, and I hate doing this, but we're gonna have to eat Katarina's soul. And one thing I will say, they don't give Katarina nearly enough screen time if you kill her. This is pretty much the most dialogue you get out of it, and I get they really expect you to save her, but I think it's kind of bad that, like, she's such an important character throughout the game, but if you end up killing her, she's basically non-existent for the rest of it. Like, again, her death quote is, oh god, my heart, nope. Yep, this is, like, the most dialogue you get out of this, and the end of the chapter is basically fucking nothing. Well, see you next time on the next bonus episode that's less tragic, because we don't kill our best friend in it. And we don't get a 3-second mourn time.